bringing the people behind our food to life.
First of all, good animal welfare is the right thing to do. Animals definitely feel fear and pain. Cows that are in good health have better productivity. A bunch of lame cows, that's going to hurt productivity. Good stockmanship is extremely important. Animals that are afraid of people will produce less milk, and less, and a mother sow that's afraid of the stockman will produce less piglets. Also with cattle, there's big safety issues. If you abuse cattle, they will abuse you and land you in the hospital. And then another factor is meat quality. Handling of pigs during the last 5 minutes in the slaughter plant is very, very important for pork quality. If pigs are zapped with electric prods during that last 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to get more pale, soft meat. Stress during handling can also increase bruises in cattle. I've done a tremendous amount of work on improving slaughter plants. In 1997, I developed a simple objective scoring system for evaluating slaughter plants. Instead of someone just going, oh, I think it's proper, because one person's idea of proper will be somebody else's idea of bad. We count how many animals fell down during handling. If more than one fall down, you fail the audit. How many animals were mooing and bellowing their heads off during handling? If more than 3 cattle moo and bellow during handling and stunning, you fail the audit. And I was hired by the USDA in 1996 to use this numerical scoring system on a whole bunch of plants. And in the beginning, only 30% of the beef plants could stun 95% of the cattle on the first shot. That's just horrible. Why was it so horrible? Lack of maintenance. They simply weren't taking care of things. Then in 1999, I worked with McDonald's, Wendy's, and other companies on implementing animal welfare scoring. And boy, it just took off. It was very interesting watching high executives get their eyes opened up. I took vice president level executives from all these companies out to farms and plants. When conditions were good, they go, oh, that's not so bad. And when something bad was going on, like an emaciated dairy cow going into their product, they go, whoa, there's some things we need to fix. And my job was to train the food safety team that was already in the plants, inspecting them for food safety and the animal welfare. And it resulted in some really big improvements. Today, the USDA is really cracking down on enforcing, the Humane Slaughter Act. I want to emphasize that in most cases, it didn't matter whether it was a big plant or a little plant. The size of the plant had nothing to do with it. The most important thing was the management of the plant. In fact, out of 75 plants, beef and pork, 3 plant managers had to be fired. They just didn't take welfare seriously. But in most of the plants, we were able to fix it with a lot of simple things. Lots of maintenance, lots of non-slip flooring. We did lots of improvements in lighting and putting up solid barriers so cattle didn't see things that scare them. You get rid of those things that scare them, then they would just walk right into the plant. And it's making practical improvements on the ground. That's what I'm into. I'm not into theory. I'm into developing practical, simple auditing systems. I've done a lot of work with Tim Amlaw and his people on their guidelines, because we got to have clear guidelines. I don't want a lot of paperwork and things like this. I put the emphasis on the things I can directly observe.